You don't fuck with me, nigga, fuck you. You a pussy nigga, I can't trust you. These hoes, nigga, I don't lust them. Nigga sit around like a hoe, talk about a nigga like a pussy nigga. These niggas don't wanna see you making less shit gon' help benefit them. On a nigga got him in town, yeah, baby.
Oh, I know you done heard about this. Ain't no way you haven't heard. Travis Scott, Astroworld Fest, and everything that went on with that. Before I even jump into this, I definitely want to say rest in peace to everybody that lost their lives at that event. Everybody that's going through the situations as far as the hospital. My prayers go and condolences go out to the family members and everybody that's still in the hospital. My condolences and prayers go out to those people. How do you feel as far as the whole situation? And I ain't even gonna go into the whole blame thing yet.
Disaster. PR disaster, like, bruh, the whole, the people that need to be sued.
You feel like that's the organizers?
Okay, first of all, are we or are we not still in the pandemic? I'm confused. Why the fuck are people allowed to be chest to chest to each other? You did not allot enough space. There were way too many people there. These people were just coming in without tickets. Like, bruh, the lack of people that they had working there, the lack of crowd control, and the list goes on of people to blame. And last on that list is Travis. And why I say last on that list is because all he had to do was tell them to calm down. He has influence over his fans, don't he? Okay, tell them to calm the fuck down. There's been plenty of people that have done that because they seen their crowd being hurt. You know what I mean? Like my husband said, ain't nobody died at no Michael Jackson concert. And them motherfuckers constantly passing out there just because they saw Mike.
True.
They was passing
That's
out.
True.
But ain't nobody dying.
You said, organizers, I feel like anybody that has been to a Travis Scott concert, you should be prepared for those type of events. This is a festival, I think, that's happened multiple years, right? In Houston.
Yes.
So, yeah, his concerts mainly, anyway, are wild events. They like rage events. If you know anything about rage events, you know anything about the old rock and roll events back in the day with mosh pits, all this and that. And his events has been like that, if I'm not mistaken, since he's been in the industry. So as far as him being on the list is to be to blame, he definitely should be as far as last on the list. And I say that because you know how your events get. I would say this though, fans are going to do what fans do, especially when it comes to his events. You're hearing about all type of things. People being hit with, syringes, as far as being stuck with something. Like, people being trampled on, and as far as the kids, I'm not judging nobody. I'm going to say this, though. I'm not taking my child to no Travis Scott event. Especially at a young age. And I don't mean to be, I'm not smiling or nothing. I'm just saying as far as, I'm not taking my child to no event like that. At that age anyway. Even if they teens, or I'm going to tell you, like, you're not going. If you're under my roof, you're not going. You're not going. You're not going. Or you better move. I'm just saying, you're not going. Because if you've seen anything about these events, Travis Scott festivals, you know what's coming with that. And they were showing stuff where people was like bomb rushing the VIP section anyway before the event started or whatnot. So I'm like, no. Before we, I'm gonna let you go in as far as anything else you want as far as details, but I got something else I want to ask pertaining to Travis Scott, his music and his genre of music. Who you feel like listening to his genre of music? Because this said a lot to me as far as the crowd. I guess it did. It said a lot. And I was looking at it, I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, and then the imagery that he was portraying with the whole, it's a lot. And I mean, you knew what you was walking to. You saw the signs. You know, I don't know if people are not in touch with their intuition. I know when I was a kid, I didn't know what it was. But like before something really bad was about to happen, like my stomach would be in knots. I'm like, wow, I got the bubble guts. Like I thought something was wrong with me, or I did something to myself. I didn't know at a young age that was my intuition. But after that shit happened like 3 times, I was like, I'm gonna listen. Cause like I could have got into like some big trouble with some crazy shit like a couple times, but like I don't know why people like didn't look at this and be like, or like even like the whole trampoline. As soon as somebody pushed me, first of all, I don't like people being that close to me. Yeah. I hate it.
That's another reason I don't think I can do these type of events.
I immediately have an attitude if I have to be that close to somebody I don't know. Like, don't touch me, don't breathe my way, don't look my way. You know what I mean? And I've never been to a concert where you're that close. Like, I've always been like in the seat, in a chair. You know what I mean?
This says something too, though.
Is festival. You know?
Don't Gucci Man, Jeezy and them got a Legend of the Traps tour going on or something? With like, if I'm not mistaken, Gucci Man, Jeezy, 2 Chainz, it's like a lot of down south artists. If I'm not mistaken, they got a Legends of the South tour going on right now. You ever heard of like multiple people dying? You ever heard of situations going on and make you realize this is primarily, of course, there's gonna be a lot of black people here. This is a trap tour or whatnot. This is gonna be a lot of people that might be from the streets or whatnot, which y'all might say, but I haven't heard anything about people being shot, killed, anything.
That sounds like some shit that might happen at the club afterwards.
Yeah.
But like,
I ain't heard anything like that. With this Travis Scott concert, this was, if I'm not mistaken, a primarily like white people concert. That's all I seen. I'm telling you.
How many people in your circle listen to Travis Scott?
This is what I was saying. I had to think about this when I looked at this.
Travis Scott.
I can't name nobody. I listen to a little bit of Travis Scott. I do.
I listen to like, he's on featured songs, and then the only song that I listen to of his is Antidote.
I listen to Rodeo. I listen to his production because he's a producer too. If I'm not mistaken, he's done a lot of producing before he got mainstream as far as rapping or whatnot. But like I said, I got an ear for a lot more than just primarily rap. So of course I listen to a little bit of Travis Scott. But one thing I noticed, like I said, with this crowd and everybody they were saying everything that happened, it was like I'm not hearing like some black person. This is like. And I'm not being funny when I say this. I'm not understand when I'm saying this. That's why I say, like I said, condolences to everybody and prayers to everything that happened to everybody. I'm just saying what I've seen. Because you always hear about these rap concerts. People shot this person. And this is a rap concert. Don't get it mistaken. Travis Scott is a rapper. I'm just saying this audience, his audience. This is something I had to ask myself. How many black people listen to Travis Scott? I feel like that's a fair question.
It is a fair question. It is a very fair question. And my thing about that, about saying something about the crowd, it seems like everybody wants to blame the crowd. And I'm like, yeah, but like, what the hell were they on for it to be like this? Like you said, this has happened multiple years where it's like, okay, Astroworld happened. Yay. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't hear anything about it. Like, when I woke up and I saw that shit, I was like, oh, I didn't even see. The funny thing is, like, I didn't even think like who died because I already knew what color his crowd was. So I was just like,
I guess I done seen it, but I didn't realize that it was a primarily white crowd like that. And once again, I want to put emphasis on this. I'm not being funny when I say this. It's just a real question because I didn't know that's what type of crowd he had all the time. So I guess another better question would be, would this would have happened if this would have been a primarily black crowd?
I feel like anything could have happened, but like, I don't like, the amount of people that they said was supposed to be there was 50, but it was over 100,000. They had been saying that they had sold out over 100,000, and it's just like, so how many people was there, and how many people were supposed to be there, and how many did you allot to be there?
Yep.
This is none of that was Travis Scott. That was the people that put the stage up and zoned off the place. Like, y'all
That's
dropped
what
the
I was
ball
saying though
hard.
about fan control. You cannot tell me Travis Scott could have got up there and said, "Yo, y'all chill. What if the fans would have been like, go? He can't control it. And it's honestly,
but they was telling him to stop. Like, I saw a video where a section of people were chanting and telling him to stop. Like,
I've seen videos
they
like
was
that too, saying,
they were literally saying, help me, as they're being trampled and lack of oxygen. And it's just like,
if he performing, can he hear that? Honestly,
first
if
of
you
all,
got other
look,
people sitting
I'ma
there
tell
yelling
you,
like, go.
No, I'm gonna tell you, for first off being on stage, you can't see shit, you can't hear shit. You can't see shit, you can't hear shit. It's everybody look like silhouettes, especially if they have a light shine on you.
Yeah.
You can't see anybody, you just see people. But depending on what time of day it is, you're not gonna be able to see.
And this was nighttime,
faces.
of course. This was nighttime.
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to see faces. With that light in your face and in this darkness and nothing's lighting up the people, you don't see shit. You just see faces, you just see silhouettes, and you can't really hear, especially over like the music.
Definitely, man. But I feel like primarily blame is definitely the internet, the media, everything is pretty much saying, yo, this was Travis Scott. That's all you've been hearing. And one thing you've been hearing about Travis Scott is he's been doing things as far as trying to get I don't think he's trying. He has got a program going as far as trying to help people mental wise, as far as everybody that was at the concert. He's paying for funerals or whatnot for everybody that had the situation. And once again, RIP to anybody that passed away and families that have to deal with the situation, and anybody that passed away at the festival or whatnot. I heard he's doing more things as far as, of course, financially trying to take care of situations or whatnot. But he's not performing. He hasn't performed since he's been turning down millions and millions and millions of dollars as far as performance, trying to perform places. So I think he's trying to take responsibility, even though it ain't even all on him.
His apology was whack. He need whoever. Somebody should took his phone. No, what was that? Don't do that.
I think he ain't the type of person to get on social media to do that either.
He not. I don't know why who let him do that. Take his phone.
Of course, you don't think he had a team saying, yo, you got to do something. You got to say something. You got to do this. You got to say something. You got to.
Okay, somebody should have wrote something for him. Bruh, and that's another thing about him not being able to see and hear is Social Security couldn't tap him on the shoulder and be like, we need you to calm the crowd down. Now, granted, if the crowd would have calmed down or not, I don't know. I just know I've seen people take control over their crowd. If you have that much influence to get them to rage, you have that much influence to get them to calm down. I've seen people have crazy concerts and they get their people to calm down. People hype and it's all about your energy. The energy you're projecting is the energy you're going to get back.
But like I said, you feel like that's Travis Scott's crowd, though. That's a different crowd.
I don't know. It's a lot of like spiritual symbolism and stuff like that.
That's another thing I wanted to ask about. I wanted to ask about.
It's a whole conspiracy, so I would need. I mean, that's a whole nother thing. And I don't know if you want to even go there.
No, I don't. I didn't even, because I was about to, but even with the videos they got online, because they comparing all the symbolism, Satanism and all that stuff, they showing you this image compared to that image, the stuff he had on stage. And I'm like, yo, I'm just saying, it's a lot there. Even if I'm not mistaken, he had like a flying demon or some shit on the, what's the name in the background? It's a lot there, man. And you can.
just know the spiritual world exists. No matter what religion you believe in, and no matter what religion you follow, whether or not you follow a religion or not, or believe in God or not, there is a spiritual realm that is among us. And either you connected to it and you feel it, or you just oblivious. And it don't even I'm not even talking about like heaven or hell. I'm not giving it specific religious names. I just said spiritual realm. Just know it's there.
I mean,
and people tap into it. Just know that. That's all I'm saying.
I guess because I dive so deep into these horror movies or whatnot, and then you got this type of stuff come. Like, oh man, here we go. And I am a person as far as a believe in God or whatnot. I haven't been doing as much as I should be as far as reading the Bible as much as I should. Shout out to my oldest daughter. She reads the Bible every day. She doing way better than I be doing. She's somebody that I definitely be, hey, keep me on it, baby.
Right.
But yeah, I've seen a lot of that stuff online as far as that, but I don't want to put that on him.
I mean, it don't even have to be all on him, but we not going to negate the fact that if that is the case, he was a participant.
Because I mean, you had that stuff up there. You did. That was your stuff.
You participated in ritualistic activity. And that's all I'm saying.
Once again, before we hop off this story, I want to say condolences to everybody that's in the hospital. Rest in peace to the people who did lose their lives, because you keep hearing every day about more people that certain situations going on that could possibly be losing their lives. So definitely condolences and prayers out to everybody.
And see me smile at the actual situation. And because they can sense that I'm not afraid of it, yeah, it's only because of my experience prior to.